well, sometimes you get lucky, I guess. They always say it's better to be lucky than good. I've been lucky today, that's for sure.
Hey, Ron. You done messed up, hey, Ron.
Alright, gonna make a quick video for the NADGT tournament that's coming up next weekend here in Tucson, Arizona at Rillito River Park Disc Golf Course. This will be the tournament for day one. I'm going to be playing from the short pads, or the A pads here. Showing it as 230 feet to the short pin location. A little bit of a headwind. Just get it down there and get it close. Ace would be alright. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, ended up pretty good here, about 15 feet from the pin. Again, you can see there's a tree here just above the basket, so you come in nice angle here to the basket, nice easy chance at an ace. If you're coming in a little hot, that tree might help knock you down, so nice attackable hole. Something to note, this bicycle path is OB, and it plays from holes 1 through 10, with the exception to hole 6 that plays back away from it. But if any of your shots end up on this cart path or bicycle path here, it is out of bounds. Okay, hole number 2, 250 feet, just to the right of that big tree down there. So if you're coming in from the left side, either a right-handed forehand shot or a left-handed hyzer, that tree can obscure you unless you try to skip underneath it. There's a berm probably about 60 or 70 feet short of the basket. So if you come in too low, that can really affect your shot. So you definitely want to carry it up over that berm if you want a chance at a birdie. A little bit of a headwind coming around the corner there. Well, that would be real decent for the original location, but we'll take it. All right, I'm right about 30 feet here. This is the original basket location, so this would have been a nice tap in. Coming in from the left side, you can see if you don't push far enough in down the fairway into the green, you're gonna have this big tree to contend with. So if you can shoot that gap and miss this tree and these little bushes, much easier chance of getting that birdie. Let's see what we can do here. We'll take it. Okay, hole number 3, 295 feet. Slight uphill. You've got some trees on the left and on the right that you have to contend with, unless you want to try and throw a nice laser straight shot. So there is some OB way out on that right side there, that fence line. That's 17's fairway. But if you have a nasty headwind or just shank a shot and you end up over there, that is OB. So be mindful of that. Nice shot down the center. Try to get it in close. All right, so there's the tee there for hole number 3, and as you come down the fairway here and come in towards the basket, there is a decent little hill here, so if you come in a little hot, you may skip and go a little further left than you want. That's a nasty tree to be putting out of, so smart play is to try to come up a little short on the right and skip up, unless you're really trying to knock that basket over and get that ace. All right, left myself with a 15-footer, little left to right wind. Let's bag another 2. All right, hole 4 is a little harder to film, so I'll do the best I can here. The basket is tucked in down there, about 245 feet. You do have to be mando to the right of this telephone pole here. And you do have these power lines that like to extend across left to right and then diagonally here that can actually obstruct your shot down the middle. So you do have that option, or a nice big hyzer out over this tree. Let's see what we can get. That uplink just glides. Maybe a little deep and left, I think. All right, I left myself about a 25-foot putt here. Came up a little short of this tree. or kicked off of it. And trees here in Arizona are spiky, so try to leave it out in the open, it won't hurt so much. Okay, hole number 5, 280 feet. Basket straight down here, guardian tree to the right. That's a little bit short of the basket, so if you can get around that, get a nice little skip, you've got a chance there. There's a big bushy tree, also the same distance but to the left, so it kind of cuts you off if you're trying to come around from the left side. So pick your poison, check the wind, give it a run. All right, slid under this tree here, not too bad. Left myself a little 18-footer. Hole 6, 250 feet straight ahead. You've got a few guardian trees here up front, a sloping green that slopes up from right to left. It is pretty sandy, so it'll kind of eliminate a big skip, but you do have a gap on the left side and the right side to drop in there. Going straight at it's a little tight. That guardian tree doing work, but I still kicked through. Okay, guardian tree doing its job, blocking you from that ace. Again, like I said, if you're coming in straight, that's a tight gap. Bring in that hyzer and let it dive in. Okay, hole 7 is 305. Tucked in around a big group of trees. You do have a shot to come in over the top, kind of in all directions, or a nice laser straight shot down the center. There is a little tiny tree here, I'll point out as we go down there, that could interfere if you're trying to come straight in low. So depending on what the wind's doing, pick the appropriate shot and get it down there. Again, cart path to the left is OB. I caught the last tree that would have let me skip up, kind of kept me short and pushed me back out. That's going to be an obstructed putt. But this is the tree I was kind of telling you. I know it doesn't seem like much, but if you're coming in low and straight, this is going to stop you from getting in there for sure. So plan your shot accordingly, bring it in, give it enough space. Don't hit this tree like I did and end up over here. Okay, let's walk it off here. Sorry about the construction noise. And I think I'm about 50 feet or so, about 45-ish, I guess. So my only shot is to go through the gap there if I want to get a birdie. I've got some low-hanging branches on the outside of this tree, so I'm gonna have to take a knee and give it a good run here. Too much height. Tree's kind of knocked me down though. Be an easy tap in for 3. And like, I don't know if you can see here, but this is pretty wide open. So again, nice wide open shot here coming in. You do have a chance to get in here and snag a birdie. Just watch out for those guardian trees there. Okay, hole number 8, 192 feet. Straight down through this triple mando, the soccer goal looking deal. You have a lot of guardian trees. Nice flat shot, just slide up and skip up there. You do want to be careful. Again, you have the OB bicycle path down the left side, so if you're coming in, you can get a skip and can skip out pretty easy. So just play it smart, try to get it down there. I like to play this from the left. Gives me more room, makes the mando a little bit wider to get through. Even a bad skip will get you down there. Pretty ugly looking shot, but got me down there pretty close. Here's the triple mando that you'll be playing through. And again, just be careful if you skip and go out that way. That is gonna be a nasty OB penalty to come back to the basket here. And you can see even that shot slid up pretty close to the basket for as terrible as it was. All right, left myself with another 24, 25 foot putt. Snuck that one in there. Hole 9, 246 feet. Straight down, surrounded by trees on all sides. You do have a space in the middle you could drop in. So you can attack from the left or the right. Nice big forehand over the top of the trees and let it flex back. There is a pretty risky hyzer shot out this way or a straight shot down the center. There's a cable line way over to the right. If you were to shank one over there, that would be OB. And you have the bike path down the left side here. That's also OB. That guardian tree is going to snag that and drop me well short. Got to keep it low on this one. Alright, as you can see, I left myself well outside the circle here. Still have some low trees to kind of contend with. If you're a push putter, this is going to be a struggle. A little wide right, but we'll take a tap in 3. Alright, easy cleanup. Tap in for a par. Okay, hole 10, 265 feet. Straight down the center here. You do have a tree on the left and right down the center of this fairway that if you're trying to shoot that gap and get down there. Bike path down the left side is OB. If by chance you shank one way right, that cable line is also OB. The basket is surrounded by some trees. There is a nice shot if you can come in from the left side and drop in. You've got a nice good chance of getting in there. Also high over the trees will get you in there too. And push through that tree. Be a little short of pin high. Again, like I said, you do have a nice shot over the bike path coming here from the left side of the basket as you're looking at it from the tee. Coming in from the right side is a little more obstructed, but you do have a chance. I'm about 22 feet out. See if we can get a birdie. Okay, hole number 11 is a little more challenging. It's about 260 feet. Cable line down the left side is OB. And the basket, like I said, 260 feet. It's only about 4 or 5 feet from the cable line down the left side. So you do have some guardian trees if you're trying to come around from the right. And you want to be wary of the skip out. But if you go anhyzer or forehand over the OB and you don't cut in, you're going to be re-teeing for 3. So commit to your shot if you're going to come out over the OB line, and be real careful of the skips if you're coming in shallow. If you're going to skip, you may want to play a little further right. So that was pretty conservative. I'm going to end up on the next tee pad, but it's safe. Problem is that's going to be a death putt. All right, so you can see with my conservative shot, I kind of played a little more right, got to skip up and ended up in here. Now I've got a death putt back to OB. So take a deep breath, just line up your shot and do the best you can. Try to drain that birdie. Okay, hole 12 is 262 feet. There's 2 baskets down there. The one to the right is from hole 7. So the left side here, you do have a tunnel shot if you want to try to get down in there through all those trees. It's pretty wide open and then it's a tight gap. You do have a big shot out to the right side. It does open up just short and right of the basket, gives you a chance for the skip in, but there is a guardian tree about 10 or so feet to the right. So pretty tight hole here. There is an OB down the left side cable line and a Mando sign here. You're going to be to the right of that to get down there. That should drift in nicely. That'll work. Oh, I might hit my head on the basket on that one. All right, walking down the fairway here, hole 12, you can see it's a pretty tight gap trying to come in if you're going to try for the low route and skip in. This does open up like I showed you for the big hyzer shot. And you can come in and drop in there. Nice easy 2 like I'm going to have. All right, hole 13, 213 feet. You have a left gap and a right gap that you can throw through. Some people even do a nice thumber tomahawk over the top through this gap if you want. Basket's perched up on top of a rock. Trees to the left and right kind of blocking you from a big skip. There's a boulder out here to the right side. If you try for a skip down the right, you may catch that boulder and end up well short. So also be mindful there is OB down the left side. Skip up, and that should be decent. All right, looks like we got about 18 feet or so left to the basket. Little left to right wind. Hole 14, 209 feet, straight down. Little bit of a tree kind of peeking out on the right side, about 3/4 of the way down the fairway. Nice little turnover gets you in there, even up floating high over the tree will drop you in. There is a Mando sign over here to the right, which is for A and the B pads. If you're going that wide right, that's a pretty nasty shot. So again, just straight down the center, 209 feet. And it's going to drift a little wide right. All right, so I drifted a little more right. There's a bit of a headwind there that I wasn't really paying attention to. Pushed me down this hill to the right of the basket, which leaves you with a pretty unfortunate putt with this tree. So now I have to take a knee and try to just get it up there. Well, sometimes you get lucky, I guess. They always say it's better to be lucky than good. I've been lucky today, that's for sure. Okay, hole 15. This one's a bit of a challenge. New pin location. It's tucked way in the back behind a tree, just short of the OB fence and wall. It's 270 feet with a Mando here right off the tee that you must be right of. You do have a nice open lane. If you're going to take it up there, you really got to make sure to bring it back. And give me a little skip. That'll work. Should be parked. Well, I really got a nice skip over here from the right side. Nice easy tap in for a birdie. You know, you saw that almost spit out. Gotta commit, man. Hole 16 is 235 feet. Dead tree there, just left of the center of the fairway. Kind of blocks you from that side a little bit. And a tree just to the right and short of the basket if you're coming in from the right side. I have a left to right crosswind here, so I'm gonna put it out there a little wider, let it push back. And guardian trees, man. That's why they're there. All right, like I said, this guardian tree coming in from the right will block you. So just be mindful that you might have a little meat left on the bone. Okay, hole 17 is about 376 feet. The berm down there is about 330 feet where the original pin location used to be. I'm gonna go over that berm and to the left. There's a dead tree down there. If you kind of aim at that dead tree and drift a little bit to the left, you should be right in there. This cable line is OB, so definitely want to avoid that. There is a chance if you come up into the OB, you may hit that concrete wall and kick back. Obviously that's less than ideal. Try to just push forward down. There is some cactus and stuff down where that guy is walking just over that berm, so you definitely want to try to avoid that area if you can. Okay, so here's the dead tree that I was talking about for reference. This basket from the pad would have been about 330 feet. So if you aim towards this dead tree, you can see that the basket is just a bit beyond that and to the left, and nice clear space. I ended up over there by the OB line. Okay, so there's the basket, and I ended up on the left side here by this cable line. I don't know if I hit the concrete and kicked back or not, but again, Cable line is OB. On this side of the cable line is OB. You need to get 3 feet from that OB line in line with your disc. So that's what I'll have left for my birdie shot. So make sure I'm 3 feet. You have this little bush here in front of me. Make sure you're not stepping OB when you're throwing your shots. You can come here. I can come here. I like this better. Come on. Nice run. Clean up your par. Move on to hole 18. Hole 18. I think it's about 300 feet. I can't see the basket from here to get it with the Bushnell. But from what I know, it's down in that gully of trees. And on this location, it's pushed back and a little bit right. So I'll get the distance and confirm that and add it onto the video here. So again, OB fence down the left side. There is a Mando here that you must be right of. And you want to be mindful of players over on hole 1. Send it out there nice and strong and finish the round. And drop. Alright, I came about 65 feet short here. This is the gully I was talking about. There is a drop off to the back left, so you don't want to run out your putt too far. Like that. Alright, so like I said, you don't want to run your putt long and deep because you'll end up like this. And an ugly putt to save a par, but a par nonetheless. Alright, that's going to wrap it up out here for Rillito River Park Disc Golf Course NADGT A-pad layout for round 1. Pretty attackable course. This is where you're going to get most of your birdies. Nothing too challenging or difficult. You do have some OB that you need to take into account on quite a few shots, and don't forget the mandatories as well. Wind can sometimes be a factor out here, of course, as it can on any course. The only obstacles we have here is it can send you out over the river. So you really want to take your time and make sure you're paying attention to the wind and that you're throwing the appropriate disc. Be sure to check out the other videos here on my channel where I do course guides of the disc golf courses here available in Tucson, Arizona. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. I'd like to say a special thank you to all of the members of the River Dogs Disc Golf Club for all of their hard work out here in making this such a fun and amazing course to play. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Basket Bashers Disc Golf. Check them out at basketbashersdiscgolf.com. Let's get out there and make 2022 an amazing year. Have fun and stay safe.